The recent events involving a terrorist attack at the Brussels airport are deeply unsettling. It is understandable to feel a sense of unease, particularly when one has recently been in the vicinity. However, it is crucial to place such events in a rational perspective and avoid succumbing to undue panic. While the possibility of dying in a terrorist attack exists, it is statistically highly improbable, often compared to the likelihood of being struck by lightning. Far more common causes of death include heart attacks or accidents like falls downstairs or slips in the bathroom. To gain a clearer, rational perspective, examining relevant statistics is helpful. As noted by John Allen Paulos in Enumeracy, annual fatalities in the United States from various causes significantly dwarf those from terrorism. For instance, vehicle accidents account for approximately 40,000 deaths annually, falls around 20,000, homicides 18,000, drownings 3,000, including about 300 in bathtubs, and fires 3,000. Accidental poisoning results in roughly 24,000 deaths, surgical complications 2,500, and asphyxiation in bed around 300. Unspecified non-transportation accidents account for another 17,000 fatalities. In contrast, deaths from international terrorism in the U.S. have been fewer than 400 per year since 1968, and from domestic terrorism around 2,500 annually since 1998, figures current as of the article's original writing. Deaths in the workplace are statistically 10 times more frequent than those from terrorism in the U.S. Cognitive psychologist Stephen Pinker points out in The Better Angels of Our Nature that, in most years, excluding outliers like 1995 and 2001, more Americans have died from causes such as lightning strikes, encounters with deer, peanut allergies, bee stings, or even clothing catching fire during sleep than from terrorist attacks. Further statistics from sources like the National Safety Council, the National Center for Health Statistics, and the U.S. Census highlight these disparities. An individual is about 17,600 times more likely to die from a heart attack than from a terrorist attack, and roughly 8 times more likely to be killed by a police officer than by a terrorist. Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen Dubner, in Superfreakonomics, estimate the annual probability of an American dying in a terrorist attack at roughly 1 in 5 million, noting one is 575 times more likely to die by suicide. Despite these statistics, news coverage of terrorism often emphasizes the horror and overstates its actual global impact, which in turn affects public perception. This leads many to believe the world is less safe, or even uniquely unsafe, a view that is statistically unfounded. As Mark Siegel argues in False Alarm, the truth about the epidemic of fear, the industrialized world is, statistically, safer than ever before. People are living longer lives with fewer serious incidents. Our inherent adaptive fear mechanisms, designed to respond to immediate natural dangers, remain highly active even when those dangers are minimized, leading to disproportionate and unjustified panic. Understanding the actual risks should prevent terrorist incidents from deterring essential activities like travel, especially to countries considered statistically safe.